Alright, well, greetings from Lancaster County today. This is February 8th. We were just checking out a boulder cave earlier today, but I am now along the Susquehanna River in Bainbridge here in Lancaster County. And this is the Northwest River Trail. And there's a cool place up here called the White Cliffs of Conoy. I've been there before. We'll be there again today because it's associated with the abandoned village that we're going to. But I might make a separate video of that place as well. It's a pretty cool spot. But anyway, this video is about the abandoned village back here called Billmeyer. There was a quarry back here. It was started in, I think, 1846. And the village was pretty much abandoned in like 1957, I think. So, but we'll talk more about that as we go and look for it. I was here several years ago, but it was in the spring, like in June, early summer, late spring, and there's a lot of foliage. It makes it difficult to find remains of foundations and stuff when there's all the foliage is up. So this is February. We should be able to see foundations and stuff a lot more, so at least hopefully. I know there's the ruins of a factory back here that we can see at least. So, but there's all kinds of stuff back here. A church, a school, post office, company store. The whole deal was back here at one point. So, but we'll talk more about the town and all that stuff as we get closer to it. Okay, so there are some bald eagles flying around up there. I'm trying to zoom in on them. I don't know if we can see them anywhere. Oh, I guess not. Yeah, they're gone now. I tried to... I could hear their calls. Bald eagles have a certain sound they make. But I hope I got some of it on video. You couldn't really see close up, but they were up there. There's 3 of them, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's keep on going down the trail here. So just up there is the Halberman Mansion. That was built. This was built by the guy who started the quarry back here in the town of Billmeyer. This is his home. They've restored it. So it's a pretty cool looking place. I could live there. Alright, right up here are our first set of ruins for this place. There's like a little hut up in there and some kind of cool archways here. So let's go check that out a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what these were for. There's some kind of loading dock here or something. All these archways. There's a little building up here too. Oh, which I guess we can get to. Hold on. I think I was in this little building before at one point. Lots of trash around here too. Yeah, it's just a little concrete structure. A lot of graffiti and lawn chair. Alright. Yeah, that lawn chair makes for a little creepy scene, I think. Alright. Let's get back to the trail. And going further on down, you can start to see a concrete wall. Just on the other side of that is where the quarry was. That's where they were digging out the limestone and another rock called dolomite, which actually plays an important part in the history of this town and in the history of World War I as well. This became a very important area during World War I because of the dolomite they were mining here. We'll talk about that in a bit, a little bit later. So now it's just a bunch of ruins and stuff. And the ruins just continue on over there, all along the railroad tracks here. This isn't where the village was yet, but this is one of the big factories that was here. That got torn down not terribly long ago. And they do have signs everywhere here, but being closed to the public. Yeah, it'd be very intriguing to check that out a little bit more, but since, you know, places are posted, and then if you go to places that are posted like this and then you post it on YouTube for everyone to watch, you're kind of setting yourself up for trouble. So I will just I will try to stay away from there. Try. But anyway, I came here to look for signs of the village, which will be on this side of the trail, not that side. But oh, it's painful to move on, but I think I'm going to. So. Yeah, so just some more history. Like I said, this place started in 1848. But in the later 1800s, another person bought this place out, and they added a rock. They didn't just quarry limestone here, they added a rock crushing plant. And of course, this place grew to, there's a 1,000 people living here in this town at one time. It was tough work. A lot of the people that worked here were immigrants and other people, what you might call lower class people. Not to be mean, but that's the kind of work that they gave those people too when you immigrated to this country. There's more remains of the plant over there. We might look at that in a moment, but so this was a rough and violent town. A lot of crime happened down here. A number of people got killed. So the people that lived up in Bainbridge were, you know, they always warned their young people to stay away from this place because the trail we're walking on was the main street into town here, in the town of Billmeyer at one point. So it's not the best place to live, I don't think. I'm gonna try and hopefully there's a big concrete structure over here, or the remains of it. I'm gonna try and get a shot of that soon. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it through the brushes. Like it's just a continuation of that factory that was on the other side of the road there, or the railroad tracks. But maybe we'll get a view of that later. But I'm gonna go off trail here now. Start looking for some foundation, because the village was on this side of the road. So I'm gonna start looking for some foundations and stuff back here, I think, of the actual village. See if we can find anything. There's lots of trash back here. In fact, I remember seeing this last time I was here, that kind of neat little metal wheel thing. But like I said, when I was here last time, it was in spring, and you could hardly see back here, so it's a lot better to see. So I'm going to keep exploring back in here, see what we can find. You know, there's a lot of brick here, so I don't know if this is one of the remnants of the buildings that was back here, or if this was just dumped here. There's a lot of trash back here as well. Well, I quick popped out of the woods for a moment to show you what I was seeing earlier. Concrete structure down there, and there's little, almost looks like it carried little piers that carried rail cars across, maybe. And over there's the remains of another, more of the factory, probably the rock crushing plant. I got more signs out there to stay out, so I'm just gonna stay out. Pretty cool though. Alright, so we were just looking at those ruins, but like I said, I'm seeing some stuff off in the woods here again, so we're gonna sneak back into the woods here. See what we can find back here. Yeah, so here's the remains of some kind of a brick building. I'm not sure if it's part of the village or not. Had electricity over there. The roof kind of slants in, so not sure what this was. There's a lot of trash around here though. Looks like the remains of a tub. So I don't know. We're gonna keep exploring back here. This is so overgrown. I had no idea this was here when I was here 2 years ago in the summer, so let's keep looking around. Well, there's a ton of metal debris back here. It looks like roofing material and stuff. Some more up there. Not seeing too many foundations in this section, but we're gonna keep looking around. We're almost at the place that they call the White Cliffs of Kenoi. That's where the waste material from the factory was dumped. Oops. It looks really cool. It's a really cool spot here. It's actually just up this way. I think some of it's actually here. There's a spot further up that's not as well known. I think I just found it here. Anyway, I don't know if I can. There's a lot of water down here. Anyway, I gotta figure out how to get around here. Yeah, it looks very different all of a sudden here. This is waste material from those factories we saw on the other side of the railroad bed. This is kind of what the White Cliffs of Kenoi look like that we'll get to just down the way, except they're a lot more wider than these are behind me. These are pretty rough looking, much more dirtier looking than the other ones. I'm not sure why, maybe it's just a different type of material. This was stuff that's left over from the crushing the limestone and the dolomite. This was like the stuff that was left over, the waste material, so they just dumped it here along the river. It's not toxic or dangerous in any way, it's just kind of here. All along the river here. So walk along those waste piles, and we're literally right next to the river here too. Because it's pretty high right now because we had some flooding. Got some ice piled up here too. Oh wow. Okay, this is pretty cool. And the waste pile just continues on. Actually, this is the section, this is the White Cliffs of Kenoi right up there. See how they get kind of dingy here, but then they get white down there? Because I can see the orange safety fence on top there. So, cool. There's all kinds of trash mixed in with this stuff too. All kinds of metal and some wood and stuff. It's like you stepped into an alien world here. Well, that looks pretty though. That's picture worthy right there. Yep, these are the White Cliffs of Kenoi now. That's what they look like from the bottom. But I'm gonna try and scooch my way back up to the top because I'm not done looking for this village yet. So I want to go past these cliffs on the other side and look for more remains of the village. See if there's any foundations over there, because the one site I checked out said that there were some foundations past this spot. So we're gonna go check that out. I gotta try to find my way to the top of this stuff here. I'll try to go up this way maybe. This is what it looks like from the top. Almost looks like a wasteland. Like you're on another planet or something. Actually, one of my students likes to come here, her family, and they call this place the moon. That's one of their favorite places. Because it kind of looks like the surface of the moon. It's really windy out here. Well, here's looking across the railroad tracks again. You can see more of that factory that was over there. Big, huge containers there. And up on the hill, there's like a little... Oh, that's so tempting to go up there. But I'm gonna have to pass. If I wasn't making a video and posting this, maybe I'd go up there, but like I said before, when things are clearly posted like this and then you post a video online for everybody to see, it just asking for trouble. So, and I don't want any trouble. I don't need any trouble. So, you can get mad at me for not going up there, but yeah, well. Alright, I'm going to walk past, down a little bit more, see if we can find some more evidence of the village that was back here. Check this stuff out. It's like goop. You just sink right into it. Weird quicksand-like stuff. There's my tracks back there. Okay, I gotta get out of this stuff. It just continues though. Goop, goop. Yeah, so I'm starting to get a little frustrated out here trying to find remains of this village because it's pretty thick back here. But there's all kinds of trash back here and stuff, and some galvanized buckets. But I do see a rock structure back there, and just in front of me is a foundation too. So I think we are onto some things here, so that's cool. At least find some remnants of the village. So I think, oh wow, yeah, let's try to see that rock thing first, then we'll come up to this one. So hopefully there's more stuff up here. All right, cool, we're finding some stuff now. Just gotta get to it now. Yeah, up ahead here is that first thing I saw. I don't really know what it is actually. I don't know what this is. But there's clearly a section of wall there, and then there's something over here. I don't know. Do you have any idea what this is? Or, ouch, tree, sorry. I'll be right back. Yeah, I just backed up into this tree and hit my face. I'll survive. Yeah, if you have an idea what this is, you can let me know in the comments. So, but yeah, I guess my face is alright. But anyway, some cool artifacts just laying around here too. Like right down here. Like an old, here's an old gas can. It's pretty heavy. Looks like a gas can. And right here's a big old, like, enamel pot. That's pretty cool, actually. Big, huge thing. Rusted out in the bottom, but cool. And right back in here is that other foundation I saw. Okay, I gotta try to get closer. You just see it's just so overgrown in here. I'll try to get closer. All right, we got closer. But check that out. There's steps right there leading up into the building. So I wonder what this is a pretty substantial building. It goes across. There's a whole nother basement area over there. Steps going up. So I'm gonna try and get up on top or inside, get a better look at this place. It's so overgrown in here. As I'm walking around, I am finding some artifacts, more. Here's an older type of bottle. Not terribly old, but here's the remains of a soda bottle. Let me wipe that off, see if there says anything. Yeah, it says Newport News, so I'm guessing that's from Virginia maybe, huh? What's this? Like an old, oh, that's like one of those old rocking horses. I guess it must have been a window into the building. This looks kind of like a church foundation to me, kind of. Anyway, I'm gonna try and get inside here. Alright, so here we are inside one of the, I guess they call the bays of the basement. There's another section over in there. That's looking back towards the front where the steps were. Maybe this is like the church or the school. Oh, there's like a little hole over there. Yeah, we gotta check that out. Lots of metal in here. Cool. Well, you can let me know in the comments what you think this building was. Definitely wasn't a house. I mean, there was a post office back here, church, a school. So this is a larger building. So I'm still in this basement, but the trail we came on is just right over there. But from the trail, there's hardly any way you can tell there's anything in here, especially during the, if you come here in the spring or summer, it's so thick, you know, the foliage and stuff, there's no way you would know this is back here. I know someone's going to ask me about metal detecting back here, but this place is so overgrown, and there's so much trash that metal detecting here would be a nightmare. But anyway, I gotta try and get out of here, and we're going to keep looking that way for more stuff. So this is cool. We actually found a foundation of the town. I know there's all those cool factory ruins, but I wouldn't come out here today and find ruins of the actual town. And so we did so far. So I'm going to keep going that way, see if there's anything that way. Alright, so we were just over there. Some cool piece of metal there, but I do see another foundation just up in there. But I'm going to, before we go up there, I'm going to look around back here somewhat too, I think. And then we'll make our way back up to that foundation there. So cool, there's a lot. There's some stuff out here, that's cool. You don't know what you're going to find sometimes, if you're going to find anything. So, alright, let's keep exploring. Well, earlier I had mentioned how this place was important during World War I. I never got to finish explaining that, but the dolomite that was mined here was important for, I think they lined blast furnaces with it or something. Maybe I'm getting that wrong, but Austria was our main supplier of that dolomite at one point. But when World War I started, you know, Austria was not on our side. You know, Austria, Hungary, and Germany were the bad guys. You know, and so our supply of dolomite got cut off because obviously Austria isn't going to supply something that the Allied countries need for the war effort. So this place became very important during World War I to supply that dolomite for the U.S. war machine. So it's kind of interesting. But now it's just all kind of in ruins here. It would be cool if they would clean up these ruins that are right next to the trail. If you could clear the brush away and just expose some of those ruins, let people see what was here right next to the trail. Especially if they knew what some of those buildings were, like a church or a post office. That'd make this trail a little more interesting, I think, but that may be asking for too much. Anyway, I'm going to get back to exploring and see if there's more foundations out here, what else we can find. I don't think too many people come back here, but anyway, let's keep exploring. Okay, I see another foundation up here. Actually, I never did check out that other one that I was looking at earlier, but we'll get back to that one maybe. But here's another foundation, just hiding out here in the woods, in the brush. Right there it is. Look, get a little bit closer to it. And here it is. Not sure what this one was either. Extends all the way down there. Oh, that's still a section of the wall over there, maybe, it looks like. I'll have to get over there. It's like the entrance to the basement over there. Cool. Alright, let's get over there and check out that. So here's that section of wall that looks like there's a window up there. Quite a bit of lumber here. So I don't know. You know, I can't say that this was part of this building. You know, people do. This has become a dump site for people, so it could be something else that someone just dumped back here. Well, no, maybe not. Because there's. Let me get up here and check this out. But yeah, here's looking at the front of the building. Here are the steps. That's kind of cool. And then, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, oh, this is. I guess this metal, this was like the fence, what do you call it, the guardrail or for the steps here. Yeah, because this is where bolted down. Yeah, you can still see some of the floor rafters. So this probably was part of the building here. Find some of the original wood here yet. Looks like a door right there. Cool. So this place was abandoned in 1957, so that's not terribly long ago. So I mean, the wood's in pretty bad shape, obviously. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is original building material right here from this building. And I don't know what this building was either. Kind of has 2 basements again and a small area in the back. I don't know. Maybe this was the school. This was, you have a huge steps coming up here, so maybe. I don't know. You can let me know what you think in the comments. Pretty cool though. I do think those steps are cool though. And again, there's a picture of them. That may make a good thumbnail picture for a video. Alright, so 3 foundations so far. The one in the middle I skipped. I didn't look at that one yet. I kind of walked past it. I plan on going back to it maybe, so we'll see. It's back that way in that brush somewhere. So we're going to keep, now that we're finding stuff, we're going to keep exploring. So it's pretty fun now. So, alright, let's keep looking around. And I believe I found another foundation up there, because there's something right here too. But let's go up here. This is all cleared out here. Like a little almost tripped. Like a little park area. That's interesting. Yeah, right here's another foundation. Cool. Someone had obviously found some artifacts back here. One of these cool old pots. I think my grandma had one of these, like one like this. I think my mom still has it. It's old. Something or other. But yeah. This is how all the foundations back here should be clear and visible for people to see that there was clearly a town back here. Yeah, this foundation is pretty long and narrow, so I'm not sure what this one was. Oh, I think there was a boarding house back here too, so maybe that's what this one was. That's kind of like that feel to it, maybe. All right, well, we're gonna keep exploring here. We got like a whole little park here, like a pavilion area. Definitely seen better days though. Just continuing on past that park area, and there's another building down here. Not sure what this was either. Is that a? Oh, I think we have a car. Oh yeah, there's a car back there. Well, it's an oldie too. It's just a little building here. And there's a cool old car over here. Oh, check that thing out. That's pretty cool. Let's get up closer to it. There she is. She's seen better days. I'm sure some of you guys know what this is right away. I like old cars, like I said, but I don't always know what they are. But you can go ahead and say in the comments what it is. Get around to the other side. Cool. There she be. Yeah, that makes for some cool shots right there. Let's take a closer look. Still got the engine in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An inline 8-cylinder. I guess that's what, hopefully I'm never getting any of them myself, but that's what that looks like. Take a look at the inside. Steering wheel still there. Not much else. Cool. Thought my shadow's in the way. Yeah, that car has a nice resting spot here along the river. Wouldn't mind spending my rest of my life just the view of the river. It's pretty cool out there. Yeah, that's the remains of the building we just saw earlier, right next to the car there. So lots to see out here. So that car is just pretty awesome, I think, though. Just sitting out here. So just making my way back to the trail, and there's some more foundations right along the trail here. One right over there too. Like I said, the trail was once the main road through town, so I wonder if these were like, they said there's a bunch of row homes back here, so I wonder if that's what some of these are. And like I said, there's one right over there. Cool. Last time I was here, I didn't come this far down the trail, so alright. Cool. Yeah, all these foundations ought to be exposed like this, even the ones that we saw further down that were covered in all that brush. They ought to be exposed with like little signs explaining the history of the town and stuff like that. 'Cause right here's a main trail that everybody walks along all the time, jogs and rides bike. It'd be cool if they would have a little bit of a history along the trail here. Yeah, here's another one of these. That one's pretty deep. And right here's another one just down from the others. So that's probably what those were, just a series of row homes for the people that worked here in the quarries. Yeah, here's looking across the railroad bed again. So you have those do not enter signs, but there's some old, look like old kilns and stuff over there. Yeah, looks very interesting over there. Oops, getting a little shaky there, sorry. Alright, I decided to get a little bit closer. Check them out over there. It's all very crumbly though. They look like kilns for making lime from the limestone. That's what they look like. Pretty interesting though. Alright. Well, we'll let this go. It's too tempting. Alright, well I think I'm going to end this video here. I knew there was one foundation further down that I hadn't. It was in between two that I had looked at. It's probably not much different than the others, so I'm just going to let that go, I think. But cool place. I know there's a lot of cool stuff on that side of the railroad tracks that I wish, and maybe you wish I would have gone over there too, but like I said, I'm not going to keep myself out of trouble. But what's fun to me is to go into the woods, into those thick brush areas, and find the stuff that people don't know is there. Find the stuff that's forgotten. That's what I enjoy doing. Those things are cool, but everybody can see those. They know they're there. I want to go, like I said, I want to go find the stuff that's hidden and forgotten in the woods. So cool. We found a lot of foundations here in the old town of Billmeyer. Wants to happen in place, but this is all these abandoned ghost towns. Not anymore. All right, I'm going to go back up to those white cliffs at Kenoi and finish making another video about that place. So anyway, we shall see You around?